Hey there, folks. It's me again. Today we're going to talk about faith and my complete lack thereof. Let me explain. I was raised completely without religion. Like, there wasn't even a church that we theoretically belonged to but never went to. My mom is a very fervent atheist. The kind of atheist that the Catholic Church in the pre-Vatican II days used to produce in large numbers. My mother basically looked at the nuns and their cruelty and their just utter psychosis and said, well, if that's God, that's not for me. And my dad didn't exactly have much of a religious upbringing, because it's hard to be a good church-going Christian when your father is Satan. I'll do a video about my grandfather, my father's father, sometime, but he was a very evil man in pretty much any way you can think of. Anyhow, so that's why I was raised without religion. I have no personal experience of religion at all. And as a result, I don't have faith. Faith being belief without proof. Belief that does not require proof. Faith is essentially choosing to believe something without asking reality's permission first. Now, this isn't the worst idea in the world. I honestly think that we human beings need a certain amount of faith in order to stay sane, and weirdos like me end up in mental health crises because we don't have this force in our minds that sort of counterbalances the badness of the world and gives us, the emotional inputs that we're not getting from reality. It creates a loop where you can just give those to yourself, essentially, through a entity in your mind that you call God. But really, it's just a way of sort of hacking your own emotions so that you have a source of joy, positivity, levity that does not depend on external reality. That's really all faith is. Now, I lack this capacity, so I'm speaking from experience when I say I think that leaves you in a very bad mental health state. I feel like there's been something missing in my life, and faith could be it. I mean, I honestly think that the very core of faith remains even when the religion that planted it there is completely removed. That people who have had faith, especially as children, they retain that ability to balance their own emotions without any of the biblical BS that they were raised with. It's not necessary anymore. The payload has been delivered. It has been implanted. So it doesn't really matter if you give up on the church, because, some churches are horrible and very counter to Jesus' teachings. I'm a big fan of Jesus' teachings, actually. You don't need faith for that. A lot of what he said was true, and you don't really need to believe in God. It's just true. Anyway, so yeah, I think that faith is fundamentally this ability to feed yourself the emotions you need in order to not slip into the kind of depression that I have lived in for 30 years now, or so. And I honestly think that if it was possible for me to develop faith, it would probably do me a lot of good. But I get the feeling that if it's not installed when you're a child and therefore don't have as rigid a sense of reality as you will as an adult, I don't think you can get it later in life. At least not if you've lived as a rugged rationalist for all these years, like I have. It's just me and reality, man. I'm kind of stuck with it. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.